Hi everyone, today I'm going to be talking about how COVID has affected our educational system, and I hope that we together can learn something and present some of the questions that I have for the future of our educational progress or system. We're going to be talking about who was affected, how it was affected, what was affected, when will things change back to our new normal, where will those changes be, and why it is important to focus on advancing and looking forward for new opportunities to advance outside the classroom. So learning beyond the classroom is what we will look into and how COVID has affected. Everything changed. COVID-19 changed everything as we know for in all educational levels. The most affected by this pandemic has, I believe, I want to say that have been the grade schools, anywhere from pre-K all the way through middle school. High school students and college students have been affected, but not so much. They have a little bit more of advantage, and they have also different challenges. So the information that has been provided will be different, or it will be the same, but it will be in delivery methods different from what they were used to as students. Recess will not be the same, teaching will not be the same. Not all students are the same, so some will be affected more than others. I want to say that motivation is the key for a successful student. By now we have seen this picture going around all the news media. It's a couple students being outside of a classroom, outside of a restaurant, trying to do their classroom work, and the workers there notice it. So it is a heartbreaking story. Along with other students, don't have the resources. So learning, it's a process and not a product. So when learning is a process and we don't have the necessary tools to accomplish it, we have encountered different difficulties. As well as knowledge is a socially constructed idea, and we provide it through the best we can, through mainly the connections or the interactions that we have with other students and our teachers slash professors. There are three types of learners: the active learners, the real world learners, the problem-based learners. And right now we are seeing that most of us are learning in the problem-based learning scenarios, because we are facing a problem and trying to find a solution that we can accommodate as well. I want to mention that we have a mega cognition cycle, and it is very important to mention it because as we are working outside the classroom, we are learning how to process that information or how to learn in our own. So we have to reflect on those, we have to make assessments, we have to apply the strategies that we learn. Again, the neuroscience of learning makes you foster motivation, focus attention, reflect on the ongoing cycle of learning, and cultivate positive vibes, as well as engage all senses, engage the mind, heart, and body for a fully learning process. Obviously, taking care of our basic needs, it's something that we need to do. Don't reach to negativity. It's something that we as students tend to not do when we are stressed. For educators, we have to acknowledge that not only the students are changing, but also the educators have changed. They have to relearn how to teach from home at this moment. A good pedagogy is not limited to personal experience, but also scholarship. And this is where the connections between personal anecdotes and the information that we learn with our peers, with our professors, with our in our classrooms make our learning more fun. When will this be over? And how we have seen that this pandemic has brought up to light some of the issues that some of the students face. For example, food insecurity. They don't have the necessary Wi-Fi or internet access. I myself, for that, when I was in school and I was working from the office, I did not have Wi-Fi or internet at home. Now that I'm working from home, I had to get that. So for some parents, job insecurity as well. it's an issue when it comes down to take care of the students. So, like as mentioned before, the teachers are relearning everything. So every student, every professional students affairs and educators need to relearn how to do their roles working from home and a home environment. And it's very important to notice that they are doing the best that we can as a professional. I am definitely readjusting to my workload working from home. The educational plans have changed so drastically that we have to design our curriculum based on the health risks that we now have. The educational strategies, all the community meetings, peer education programs, orientation, campus events have changed. And the one thing that I would like to say is we have to manage ourselves when it comes down to our learning strategies. We have the change is inevitable, so adaptation is also something that we cannot postpone. We have to make sure that we are with open minds, whether you are a student or a higher education professional, that you are working from them and you are adapting to the changes and facing them with a heart of gold and understanding. Positivity is the best advice that I can give somebody. This will end, we will perceive. Thank you.